Hey, this is JBugs and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock tutorial. Today I'm going to be looking at behavior packs and how they work. I'm also going to be showing you how you can build a behavior pack of your own. I'm not going to go into the details around how you can actually make changes to entities, but I'm going to show you how you need to structure the folders and then how you can export and share these behavior packs with your friends. To start off with, it will be good to explain exactly what a behavior pack is and how they work. Behavior packs were added by Mojang to allow you to customize your world and how everything works. These can be used to customize mob behavior, loot tables, recipes, and much more. You may have heard of modded Minecraft for the Java version of the game. Behavior packs offer the ability to create similar add-ons for Bedrock. One important thing to remember with behavior packs is that because they affect how the game works, you won't be able to generate achievements as Mojang doesn't want these to be used to game the system. It is important to understand the difference between resource and behavior packs too. Resource packs only impact how the game looks, whereas behavior packs affect the way the game works. It's worthwhile considering this when working out whether you want a resource pack or a behavior pack. Behavior packs work by passing information to the game using something called Json, which stands for JavaScript Object Notation and is a lightweight system of storing and passing information. Whilst it might sound quite daunting to build a behavior pack, it can actually be relatively simple, and that's exactly what we're going to show you how to do today. In order to create your own behavior pack, you want to start by creating a new folder in your Development Behavior Packs folder, which can be found by pasting this into your Windows file browser. You can find this in the description below as well. Next, you want to create a new folder for your behavior pack. I'm going to call mine Example Behavior Pack. The next thing to do is to create a manifest.json file. The easiest way to do this is to right click and then go to Create Text File. Once it's been created, you can then rename it and you want to call it manifest.json and then click Return to save it. The next thing to do is open the file in a text editor. Really, it doesn't matter what text editor you use. I tend to use Notepad++ as it's really lightweight and easy to use. Once you've then opened your file, you want to include the information that you can now see on your screen. Don't worry though, there'll be a link in the description to the file that I create so that you can customize this instead. There's going to be a couple of changes that you want to make to this file just to make sure that it's your own. Firstly, where it says name, you can obviously give this file your own name, calling it whatever you want to. One thing to note though is you need to make sure that you include the speech marks on either side, as these are really important. Similarly with the description, you can give a bit more information around what this behavior pack will do, and again, just make sure to keep the speech marks. Lastly, you'll also need to replace the UUID. The UUID is a unique identifier, and there's actually lots of sites out there that will help you to create these individual IDs. You can see a link on the screen right now, and I'll show you how to generate ID. It's really easy. All you need to do is go to this website and then click the refresh button to get a new code. You want to post in one code in the top slot for UUID, and then a separate code which is completely different in the second UUID slot, which appears underneath the module section. One other thing that you'll want to look at is the dependency section. What the dependency section does is it allows you to force load a resource pack when someone is using this behavior pack. So for instance, if they need to use a resource pack so your behavior pack works, you can code in here to make sure that happens. If you do want to use a dependency though, make sure to copy the UUID that you set in the relevant resource pack. For now, I would recommend that you remove that. The last thing that you want to do is just look at the metadata down the bottom. So I think it's really important that when people create code like this, they get attributed to it properly. So what you can do is customize this metadata information. So it's obviously got your author name, and as well as that, the URL for yourself. What I would say though is if you ever download a behavior pack off someone else, you shouldn't try and take credit for what they've done, and so you should definitely leave these unchanged unless you have drastically changed the behavior pack or built it yourself from the ground up. The last thing you want to do before we get on to changing behavior is to create the icon. The easiest way to do this is to open something like Paint, create a new file that is 128 by 128, and then paste your image in there or draw your own image. After this, you want to save it as a pack_icon.png. It's really important it's a .png file, so make sure you do this. The next thing to do is the most important. It's going to be what allows you to customize your behavior. The way you do this is by downloading the file here. This will be quite a big file that will give you all the vanilla behaviors which you can then use to make customizations to. The way you add these to your pack is by creating the relevant folders and copying the relevant files into there. You won't need to add all the files, so just move across the ones that you need. There's obviously a lot of changes you can make to these files, which I'm not going to go into detail with in today's tutorial, but I would suggest that you check out the different files for different mobs, for instance, and see if actually you move some of that information to the other files, what the impact of that is. I will also be having some examples in some of the tutorials coming to my channel in the future. It's important to know that not all actions in the game are data driven, so you won't necessarily be able to change everything you want to. But with that said, there is a huge amount you can do through behavior packs. Once you've finished making changes, you should test it and make sure it works as expected. You can do this by loading up Minecraft and turning on the behavior pack and making sure it does exactly what you want it to and doesn't cause any unexpected issues. After this, you may remember at the start of the tutorial we created the behavior pack in the development_behavior_packs folder. It's now time to package it up so you can share with your friends. What you want to do is select all the files and folders and then add them to a new zip folder by right-clicking. Next, you want to rename the file to the name of the add-on. I'm going to call mine example_behavior_pack.mcpack. You can then test that the packaged up file works by backing up the files that you had in the development folder and removing them. You can then double click on the file which ends in .mcpack and this should open up Minecraft to install the file properly. You should then again be able to select the add-on, load up the game and make sure it works. It's important to know that if you have created any dependencies around resource packs that need to load, that these won't automatically be installed and you'll need to make sure that they are installed on your computer before you actually open up the behavior pack. If everything's worked properly, it's now time to share the pack with all your friends and show them the awesomeness you just created. Hope you enjoy and have fun creating your own versions of Minecraft. I'd really love to hear what you do with your behavior packs as well. Good luck and enjoy creating. Thanks for watching this tutorial. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe, comment or like. It really helps out the channel. It'd also be great to get your thoughts and feedback. Alternatively, check out some of my recent videos or some of the most popular videos on the channel as well. Hopefully there's some other great ideas there to help you along in your Minecraft journey. Take care. Bye.